Oh boy, well, that happened. What's up guys, welcome back. So I was not even going to do a favorites this month. It all just kind of got away from me and I was like, man, we'll skip it. We'll just go to the end of the year favorites. But then I got a notification on my phone and it told me to go check my mailbox and I saw that this had arrived. And I realized that if it was the only thing that I talked about in my favorites, it would still be worth watching. If any of you guys are confused by my personal style, I just want to say, me too. But the best way that I can describe it right now is I have two speeds: old money and post. There really is no in between. So today I'm going to be talking about some things that were favorites and also at least one fail. At least one really, really epic fail. So that's how these videos work. Let's go ahead and jump in. By the way, how hard did I work to get these colors to work on my face today? Really, really hard. I hope it's working out, but even if it is, we know Tammy will have something to say about it.
You should use under eye cream. Your hair's ugly.
Tammy's gonna tam.
So this sweatshirt is my first favorite, and I ordered this because, first of all, my sanity is rapidly declining and I have just reached the like white knuckle phase of coping through making myself laugh and resorting to like only posts and only memes, and like that's apparently the millennial replacement for actual like order in your life, is to like embrace chaos and absurdity to the point that nothing's real. And this is actually from the Instagram account Obvious Plant, which makes me laugh every freaking time they post because absurdity has always been my favorite humor style. You can always get me with something, physical humor, especially claymation physical humor, and just like a good old-fashioned that makes absolutely no sense. Do not try to wrestle it to the ground in your brain because you're not gonna make it make sense. That is the pinnacle of hilarity to me. So this is Sneppy. Obvious Plant's off-brand Snoopy. And today I learned that Sneppy actually originated in Poland, where he was used to sell fake cigarettes, starter cigarettes, to children. And it was sold by the communist government, which really changes the whole message of this sweatshirt in an even better way. You can see he's got a nose, so he's definitely not regular Snoopy, and this is, you know, fake Woodstock over here. And just party now, work never felt like, as an art history minor, this feels very temporal in the sense of a landmark of everyone quitting their jobs right now because they finally realized that no one knows what they're doing and we should at least be getting paid more for it. So hopefully Simon thinks that this is cool someday when it fits him, and he's like, yeah, my mom bought this because she's got a crack sense of humor and it was very relevant at the moment. It'll be like the Y2K thing. So anyway, definitely check out that Instagram account. It is great. If you like just total nonsense humor, and like the effort that goes into those posts, excellent. And I forgot to use the coupon code to get like the Black Friday discount on this, which was nothing is real. And so I just emailed him the discount code. I said, nothing is real. I guess that doesn't matter anymore. And he's like, that's okay, I'll honor it. And I got like the partial refund. He refunded me like the 15% back. And I was like, that is true customer service. So buy from him. This is great. Also, by the way, if you're ever looking to like make something work for you, as far as like styling something that's silly like this, just keep throwing jewelry on. This video is not sponsored by Ana Luisa. There will be one more Ana Luisa sponsorship before the end of the year, but this ain't it. But yeah, throw on some gold jewelry and make your makeup match it. Yeah. So let's talk about this makeup real quick because it does feature two favorites actually. The first being this. This is something that had absolutely no business working the way that I saw it on video, the way that you saw it on video. Granted, I do saturate my videos a little bit more than reality just so that you guys can see, but this needs absolutely no saturation, no introduction, no description. It just kind of is this like screaming highlighter pink. And this is from Dior. This is their Rosy Glow in 001 pink. And it's what I have on my cheeks right now among bronzer and whatnot. And man, it just all kind of happened to me at the same time. This, and then this kind of crazy overpriced thing from Tom Ford, the Gloss Luxe in Love Lust. Look at this, look at this, look at this. They're the same stinking, crazy, cool toned pink that almost doesn't work on me, and I'm just shoehorning it in, you know? But it's also kind of the same color as this, so I'm just, you know, trying to at least sell the garment. And then, where is it? I mean, it's on my eyes. I'm so hot. Oh, I don't know what it is. My husband is like freezing cold all the time. I never thought that this would be our roles, you know? I was always the cold one. Crazy hot in my office. But anyway, Aether has put out a rose quartz crystal quad, not to be confused with ametrine, not to be confused with the new or the old rose quartz palette. But what I liked about this is, hey, wow, it really is kind of that same cool toned purple vibe. And they're real pale, and they're real easy to work with. So again, her mattes are always so creamy and lovely. And so like the matte is the one that I feel like really packs the biggest punch, but still these are quite pale colors. And then there are these just really great icy shades, you know? There's like a really pretty highlight, and then there's one that also kind of, can you cooperate? Yeah, I'm gonna put it back here so it doesn't get washed out. And then there's this cool topper that is like a brown purple. God, my swatches are terrible, but like, it just made a really easy look today. But yeah, the reason you haven't heard about this is because I haven't been allowed to talk about it, and now I can, so yay. And then this is, you know, pretty new to me, but I have been finding that it cools off, but also brightens, like freshens any look that I use it on, because things tend to, like as I'm layering blush, things tend to get a little bit kind of muddy, and this just wakes your face up. It's just a really nice thing to have, and there's a reason it's a fan favorite. You guys watched me kind of fall in love with it in real time. Aww, what a great blush. And the lip gloss, the jury's still out on this. I don't recommend paying $58 for this lip gloss. I'm just determined to make it work since I have it. All right, let's talk about some makeup that is a lot less expensive and should be extremely familiar to most people. This is Milani Luminoso, and every time I use this lately, I go, why did I ever stop using this? It is the most user-friendly blush. It is the prettiest blush. I love it every single time I use it, and like it's hard for me sometimes to justify not including it in a look because it's so agreeable. But yeah, I've spent so freaking much money on luxury beauty lately. I have like probably $1,000 worth of just like high-end stuff sitting around me right now that I've just been kind of like hemming and hawing on. And none of those made it into my favorites this month. This one makes it into my favorites because it's easy to use and it's beautiful, you know? Like, that speaks for itself. Another thing that's easy to use and beautiful, dude, this, whoa, wait a second. This in combination, I have to find it. Hello? Roy Kent growl. There it is. Monkey toes to the rescue again. This palette made my life so easy this month. The Well People palette. This is the Power palette in taupe, but I took it up a notch, man. I would get this whole look on the way that I did it in the Well People video, and then top it off with Victoria Beckham Tea Rose. And oh my God, guys, like look at that. Look at that. It's just slightly cooler than the rest of it. So I'll just show you. Like sure. That is gorge, right? That's two shades. That's the matte and the shimmer, and they're pretty similar. Then we take VB Tea Rose. I could have used honey too, probably. Let me just go across the top here. Oh my gosh, they work so beautifully together. Look at that, look at that, look at that gorgeous mess. So my eye makeup aesthetic lately has been just mud. Like pile it on until I like it, and it gives me just this like unctuous happiness every time I look in the mirror. It's kind of that worn in rock and roll, trying very hard to be Hannah Louise Poston thing, where you know she can just pull off like the grungy glittery eye and everything, but I put on an eyeliner and mascara with it and then you know kind of go in on my brows, and it really pulls it together. It makes it look intentional kind of no matter how chunky messy it is. And this has been just the smear of all smears, this combination. And the Well People palette was sent to me, but it's, you know, clean beauty drugstore priced-ish, and I just really think the formula is so uniquely user-friendly. And then, you know, there's really, you can't go wrong with a Victoria Beckham lidless or formula. I don't love all the shades, but the formula is just like, you know, just smash your finger on your eye. Like, that's the kind of makeup I'm into right now, is like smash my finger into it and smear it on my face. I had a disturbance in my makeup and I tried to fix it and it didn't work. Okay, I cannot talk about things that I loved this month without mentioning this. This is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. I have it in the shade 3. If you didn't watch every video this month,
I forgive you. Try harder next month.
I'm just kidding. I'll just go ahead and spoil it. This beat out Chantecaille for my like new favorite skin finish foundation. It's like medium coverage, I'm wearing it right now. It's so ultra beautiful. I have really enjoyed this. Do you need to spend $61 on a foundation? Absolutely not. You know, I love like the L'Oreal True Mesh Lumi. It's just for the same purpose. But, you know, if you are a packaging junkie, like this little rocket is phenomenal. It sits on its side like this. I love it. And yesterday, Lisa Eldridge came out with a new video about her new Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. I think they come out tomorrow or day after tomorrow, something like that. And I'm gonna try and get on those. They're like inspired by Studio 54 and they're named out, she doesn't say it specifically, but I think that they're all like named after like icons of that time period, because she's talking about like Liza Minnelli and like Angelica Houston, I wanna say, and, like, you know, either way, I need to own those as well. The woman is just, she's just dialing her formulas in right now. Timing is so essential to the success of a product launch, any product, makeup or otherwise. And like, I'm watching that and I'm going, you know what? That looks a lot like the Glossier Lid Star, but people are so much more into that look now than they were then. And I feel like it's just such a better time period for it. And it is super long wearing. Like, she recommends using like an oil cleanser to take it off and stuff. And it apparently dries down really fast. And like the buildability is really gorgeous. So I'm excited to see Lisa Eldridge's luxury take on that kind of eye formula and see how it kind of works for me, because I'm not like a super one and done person, but I loved seeing all the different ways that she used it, where she was talking about using it as a liner or using the gold just right underneath the lash line. And I was just like, yes, dude, that is me right there, because she also has kind of like hazily brown eyes. And so I take comfort in, you know, the colors that look good on her eyes. Mine are brown, but still, they're not blue. Either way, I freaking loved this. It is a sensuous thing to interact with. It just makes me really happy. And like, it's one of those things where if I were loading my own makeup collection, it's like it used to be the Chantecaille, but like this would be the only foundation I would own. You know, if I were just like one, if I were fewer than a million human beings, I am one human being still, but I do makeup, you know, with a lot of different interests in mind. But if it were only my everyday makeup personal interest, this would probably be the only foundation I would own. So thank you, Lisa. Skincare. I talked about this as like the nuclear option when I first tried it, because it wasn't freaking dry and cold and like snowing outside, but now it is. And this has become my everyday moisturizer and my skin's not dry anymore. Wow, how about that? This is the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore 242. If you are in the skincare community on Instagram, you're probably like, yeah, okay, really, like you and everybody else, because it is as good as they say that it is for people who need the moisture. It's really expensive. I think it's like $130 or something for this thing, and that's crazy. Charlotte Parler, is that her name? She, you know, pointed out this specifically is the kind of product where the money translates to the quality of the ingredients and like the power of the lipids and the ceramides in it, because truly nothing has ever worked like this on my dry skin. By now, oh my God, even in Austin, would have like peeling under my nose and like dry under my eyes and wake up just kind of feeling like my face was cracking off every day no matter what I did. And this has made it so that it's like that never happened. You know, I never have that moment of panic where I feel like, oh boy, I better pull out the nuclear option. It's just like I use this every night and I wake up and my skin's like, hey, ready to do the day, you know, and it's truly like it was never a problem to begin with, which is really awesome. I do usually lately top this with the Econolab, my skin oil that I love so much, because I love having like the occlusion on the outside. And then I've been sleeping with my silk pillowcase from Beauty Pie. It's a whole vibe. I think that like as our like mental health kind of declines, like our self-care has to do this, you know? So that's where I've been at lately, but my skin is thriving for the first time in a long time. And I really, really thank this. Another fave, and I haven't talked about a favorite SPF in a long time because I've tried a ton and they haven't been that awesome. You know, they've worked and I will work my way through them kind of thing. I even have a SkinCeuticals chemical sunscreen that I was working my way through and I loved the glow. It has this beautiful kind of like iridescence to it and it's really lightweight on the skin, but like my skin just didn't love it. You know, it was just kind of complainy. It was my skin would just be like, meh. You know, it's kind of like when something just is a little uncomfortable when you're wearing it and you're just like, meh. This is the Tula. This is a mineral sunscreen. It's a mineral magic oil-free mineral sunscreen fluid, broad spectrum SPF 30, probiotics and superfoods. Tula does all of these like probiotic skincare items, and this was the first one that I had ever tried, but like, you know, I usually just say I want an SPF to do its job and disappear. Other than that, like just don't complain. I don't want to know you're there. I never thought about a sunscreen actually having true skincare benefits other than being a sunscreen, and this really does. It helps keep my skin clear. My skin just really likes probiotics, and I should really try more stuff from Tula. I am probably going to like make another big order from Dermstore at some point, because after I did that sponsored video, I was just like, this place is like aces. Like they have everything. It's truly like just a crazy concentration of holy grail products that I hear about online all the time. And this line, I don't know why. It just kind of hit me at the wrong time and I never decided to try it. But like probiotics in your skincare, every step, doesn't matter. My skin seems to not be able to get enough. And the fact that it's a mineral sunscreen and it is like golden. So it's not shimmery, I would say. Like, well, I just mixed it with eyeshadow. That was stupid. It's not shimmery like the glow screen from Supergoop. That's you're doing a terrible job, Kackie. But it just has a little bit of like a golden tone to it. And I think that that's actually a really smart way to make it work on more skin tones, because it's not fully committing to being tinted, but it's also not white. And so that golden tint disappears on my skin, and I imagine it would be less ashy on deep skin than a white mineral sunscreen. And I use a ton of it, and it like really sets down on my, it's a beautiful formula. It's so beautiful, and it is actually skincare. So I have been loving it. Okay, I wanna talk about a fail because I hate when I find something and I buy it and like my expectations are really high and everything. Obviously I'm always taking on the risk, right? That something's going to be bad. But I always say, that's just as valuable as knowing that something's good if I buy it and I'm able to tell you. But I hate when I can't even make a whole video about it because it's just that bad. It would just be me like with my bonk stick just hammering home how terrible this indie brand was, and like I don't want to ruin their life. But I want to caution you guys against this brand Tude, okay? Because BioGlitter, super appealing. I got a thing, you know, on an ad, maybe just seeing it on Instagram on Credo, and they were like, we have a new brand, it's called Tude, like attitude, I guess. This is a, you know, liquid cream, nope, it's like a body glitter, right? You know, kind of like Janessa Myricks or something, you know, with her cool flakies. Oh my God, oh cramp. This is what it looks like. And I was really excited about this, so I bought like 3 of them, okay? Credo, to the uninitiated, is supposed to be the clean beauty store where everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. And so it goes. This is the second glitter that I've gotten from Credo that my eyes are horribly allergic to. The first one being the Exa ones, that is actually, Exa is the Credo house brand. And I got rid of all of those because they made my eyes inflamed. And this also makes my eyes inflamed. This is the shade Jasper. I also have one called Amethyst, and I also have one called Tiger Eye or Tiger's Eye. And I would be able to forgive that as a personal thing. I have some kind of dermal allergy and I can't wear them, but I can at least show you that they're beautiful or something. And to be fair, they call this kind of an everywhere glitter. Obviously, don't put it in your mouth, but I would think you'd be able to put it in your eye, on your eyes, but I can't. But like, you know, maybe I could get away with putting it somewhere else if I were that kind of person. But guys, this glitter is just ugly. I don't like to speak ill of the glitter because glitter is usually something that I can find some reason to like, you know? But this is ugly. It's like when you were 13 and you bought a glitter nail polish and you're like, oh my God, it's so pretty. And then you put it on your nails and it's like, there's like 3 glitters and like the rest of them are kind of like muddy and matte. Like the way that this reflects light is actually really like dull and disappointing. I'll show you the Danessa Myricks flakies next to it. Oh God, I just dipped my entire face. I don't know why I turn into just an absolutely inexperienced disaster when it comes to the Danessa. I need to shake that. But even in its wettest form, which I just literally stuck my finger in like the liquid end of it, like that's the Danessa Myricks. Oh, isn't that just like such a flattering texture that it builds on the skin that can be pretty at any angle, you know? And then this glitter is just like hinky hink hink, dinky dink dink. Like there's just something about it that's just so, and honestly, especially when you have eyelids like humans do, it just doesn't look right. It kind of like collects in like the places where your eyes open, the wrinkles. I'm trying to like be inclusive here, but it's like, no, we all have that, okay? All of our eyes open and closed, I think. And it's just super unflattering. And I bought these shades that I thought were gonna be so pretty, but like there's no way to make them look good. And I would love to show it to you. I guess I could be like Alana Glazer in Broad City and just be like, no, it's okay, I know my limit, you know, and like show you my eyes just as they get inflamed and wash it off at the very last second, but I don't really feel like doing that. It's just ugly glitter, and I just want to spare you guys that. In fact, I'm gonna grab the glitter that everybody says that they are disappointed by, and I'm gonna show you something real quick. Goodbye, white balance. Goodbye, semblance of sanity.
Where are you? Where are you? My little friend. Where are you?
My poor husband. I grabbed the Lawless Bio Glitter. This is in the gold, the champagne color. No one likes this because they're like, it's just a glitter. Like, it's not really an eyeshadow. I find it to be absolutely lovely. I enjoy it very muchly. I use it as a topper. I have it in the gold and the pink, and as you build them, they're incredibly satisfying, and they build this really, really beautiful texture on the eyes. Figure I'd show you something that you can't buy anymore, and that is the Glossier Play Jitter Gelée, the Glitter Gelée, which is also extremely cool and like somehow accomplishes what they were going for. And I can't explain why that one works and theirs doesn't, but it does work. And as long as we're talking about things that are discontinued, oh no, that's why I'm having a bad time. Oh, I broke the mirror in my Tati palette. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Hers is not bio anything, okay? But like, that's a glitter, okay? Okay. Can we see how all of these have a peel? And this one is just like armpit noises. At least that's where I'm at on it. I'm very disappointed that I bought 3 of them. In fact, I just found the other one. It's another one called Amethyst here. I also inexplicably bought their brow soap. Oh, this is such an obnoxious package. Yeah, wow, this one's even uglier. You know what? If this is what you're going for, try the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. Like, this is the kind of shade that would work in that, but it is just, oh my God, it's so ugly. Look at it, look at it. That's so ugly. Ugh, that's my big fail this month. Ugh. That Danessa Myricks doesn't come off for anything. I should put that on right now. It really goes with this look. Let's do it. Oh my God. Yep. That is what this look needed. Oh, whoever says money can't buy happiness has not tried those yet. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I have one more fave in the beauty category that's actually kind of a spoiler, but then we will move into some other more lifey styly things. This is the Le Beige from Chanel. I originally saw this on Hannah Louise Poston's channel, and I really still didn't have like a full grasp of what in the diddle it actually was, because it's like this weird suspension of pigment in a clear liquid, and then as you blend it, it kind of goes all creepy, like it looks like a broken cream sauce, you know, when you like put cream into something that's too hot and it like freaks out. And then it just goes into this beautiful water-based tint on the skin, and it feels like a drink of water. I cannot make sense of it. It's so beautiful, and it is like one of my favorite skin tint, like not there, like, you know, better than your skin, no makeup kind of things. You know, we're kind of in the same realm here, but like on my arbitrary scale of coverage, this is like a 6. That'll probably build to like an 8, maybe? Nah, 6 to 7.5. This is like a 1, and it doesn't build, you know? Like a 0.5. It's just this whisper, and it feels so good. And sometimes I just use it as a primer, but it's just really, really nice. I found Chanel at my local Ulta, and that was why I even bought this, was because I was able to touch it. I would recommend going into a place that carries it and just touching it, because it'll be like, whoa. So yeah, of all of the luxury beauty that I found lately, Chanel has the most innovative formulas all day long. I wish that they didn't have SPF and everything, because octinoxate really irritates my skin. Oh my gosh, and the Vitalumiere Aqua is like one of the prettiest foundations on planet Earth, even though it has like the worst shade range. Their formulas are super, super innovative, especially when it comes to complexion. So I was super impressed by this. Okay, next, I'm going to show you something that's on fire. I mean, I guess you could say I was influenced, but like I've been a fan for so long, diehard fan of Ingrid Nilsson. Miss Glamorazzi, the inventor of Vlogmas. You might know her for several reasons. She is great. I've always just looked up to her as a creator, and she left the platform. Of course it made us all sad, but like, we get it, you know what I mean? Like, she really did what she came to do, and she was just ready for a new project, and this is her new project. This is the new Savant, her candle company, and I bought this. This is the California Christmas scent, and to be honest, it's kind of like Jackie Ina's candle line, where I always wanted to buy something from it, but like the descriptions of the scents always sounded like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, because like I have aversions to like really strong cedar or really strong musk, and a lot of times it felt like it was gonna have something like patchouli to it or something that I was just not gonna like. And you know, while I want to support her, I still want to really like the candle. And so this is Desert Air, Sun-Baked Sea Salt, California Oranges, Cognac, and Caramelized Sugar. I liked the sound of that. I'm going to gently place this behind me. But then, State of Kate, who, we have similar noses. Not exactly the same, but pretty darn similar noses. She had a fit over it. And she put it on her Instagram stories, and she was just like, this is so good. It smells like an old-fashioned or something. And I was like, huh, I can't remember last time I had an old-fashioned, because I'm not a whiskey girl, but I'm here for unique holiday scents that aren't like pumpkin or like cupcake. And you always have me at orange. Orange is such an underappreciated winter scent, because citrus is actually a winter fruit. And now, because I'm from Florida, I decided to take the leap, even though that description still sounded like it could, in the wrong balance, be offensive to my nose. Let me just tell you guys, it's in the right balance. It's really bright and sweet and balanced, subtle, genderless. It's very elegant and elevated without being pretentious. There are pretentious candles that are just like, I'm gonna make this smell like walking behind a rich Italian man at an airport. And you know, that's supposed to mean luxury. I don't know, man. I'm willing to pay for something that's just balanced. I just was really, really psyched that I bought it. I'm really psyched that I like it. It has a really nice amount of throw. At first I thought it didn't have any, and then as I told you guys in my last video, I was sick. I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't even smell the rotting beehive in our ceiling of the basement. Now I can, but yeah, it's just right. It's so nice, and it's such a pleasant kind of holiday energy without being like, ah, Christmas, you know what I mean? Like, it's just really, really nice, and I feel like you could really, you know, smell it all year round and not be like, what's going on? I also really love the Beauty Pie one. I've been really burning that one quite a lot. This is the, what is it, gingerbread, almond, and orange blossom. Again, orange. That's kind of been my favorite way to go for the holiday fragrances. That and the freaking Nest Birchwood Pine. I've got 2 of those. I have one going like pretty much all day, every day. I'll never get tired of that, but other than that, like, these have been the ones that I, you know, light while I'm working. And I love it. It comes in like a sterno, you know, like a big tall sterno. I don't know why that thrills me. Next, this is actually behind me. I need to show you guys. So I told you guys that my main way of coping with everything that's been going on lately through eclipse season is just Black Friday, man. Black Friday walloped me upside the head, and they were just like, they just had their hands out there like, give me your money. And I was like, okay, give me the things that I want. And this was one of the things that I had my eye on for so freaking long, and it's nicer than I thought that it was gonna be. So it is this gorgy porgy. It's a shacket. I've been Googling shacket to try and find the right shacket for a long time, and this one's from Rails. I'll be honest, Rails has very much disappointed me in the past. Their shirts that were so viral for the longest time wash horribly. And if you've ever watched any kind of profile on the founder of Rails, he's a nightmare. Like, I was like, oh, I kind of like their clothes, and then I watched that and I was like, I don't want to give him my money, he's an idiot. But idiot like a fox, apparently, because this is so legit. I have been wearing it nonstop. It's basically a gigantic lumberjack shirt, but it's like heavyweight wool. It's the most efficient warm thing I have worn in such a long time because, you know, I have a puffer jacket problem. Ever since moving to the Northeast, I'm just like, I can always justify a puffer jacket, but this is like not only super duper functional and layers beautifully, especially over like a turtleneck. I'm like Ina Garten instantly, LL Bean model, you know? But also, it puts me in this mood. I think that's like the power of the right garment, right? Is it puts you in a vibe where I'm like, literally Tuesday morning I put this on, I took my kid to daycare, and I got back and I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk in the woods. I'm gonna drink my coffee outside in the flurries, you know? And I did. It was 33 degrees and I was just like, out there with my cat, and I was just like, I'm a wintry outdoors woman. Like, I got to just occupy, I got to like cosplay this role because of this garment, and it made me feel like, you know, like I was that person. And so I got to be that person for a minute, and man, it's just cute as heck. I've been wanting one of these that was like long enough, and it is, man. It's like real long. I mean, obviously I will stick a picture of it, of someone else wearing it so that you guys can see the length and everything, but big fan, big fan. Anyway, yeah, that was one of the things that I got on super sale. It's super sale. It didn't need to be that super sale-y to justify me buying it, but I think I got it for 40% off or something. Those are the things that are in this kind of half-baked favorites for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Party now, work never.
Snippy.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so immensely much. Even you, Tammy. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.